The United States is an unbelievably diverse place. I mean, you guys have 300 million people here. That's a lot of people. And there are a lot of different cultural contexts, and there are different rules that go along with all of them. And the gun thing is really one of them. I mean, I come from this little town in northern Alberta. Most people there have a gun, or 10 or 100. Like, they have lots of guns, and they hunt. You know, I grew up on wild meat. My dad hunts. He still hunts. He's 82. You know, he's slowing down a little bit, obviously, because he's getting old. But
he's using a gun now instead of a knife.
Yeah,
when he's out there.
But he doesn't just jump on the animal. So yes, and people don't necessarily understand, unless they've been beat around a little bit, how different these different contexts are, and that there can be valid rules that apply in the different contexts. You know, and it's best to live and let live, as far as I'm concerned. And I also don't think that only the state should be allowed to be dangerous, which is partly why I don't really like the restrictions. I mean, some reasonable restrictions on weapon ownership are obviously necessary. You don't get to have a Sherman tank unless you're a private collector. You know, probably you shouldn't have an atom bomb, something like that.
Yeah.
And so there's some cutoff to how heavily you should be armed.
Agreed.
But zero amount of dangerousness is the wrong amount of dangerousness for the autonomous citizen.
Yeah.
I think people should be encouraged, in some sense, to be as dangerous as they can be and still be civilized. That's a great motif. Well, I think for women and men.
Yeah.
For both. It's like, yeah, man, you should be dangerous. It's like, no, you should be nice. It's like, nice. The distinction between nice and weak is very, very difficult to make. Now, if you're a horrible monster and you've got that developed and you can be civilized and decent, like, more power to you. It's one thing I really like about Joe Rogan. You know, he's an absolute bloody monster. He's really, really, really tough.
Yeah.
And yet he's very truthful. He's very forthright. Like, and all that toughness is integrated into his character. And it makes him a formidable interviewer, because you can tell, like, he won't budge. No. Not a bit. He's also extraordinarily funny, so it's cool to see him. I think he really is a remarkable person, and I've watched lots of people.
He is.
He's like 4 standard deviations above the mean in tough. He's 4 standard deviations above the mean in smart, and he's 4 standard deviations above the mean in funny. That's a hell of a guy, man.
He's like, to me, he's like a poignant, and he's also a father of 3 girls, which I think
is comical.
It's so comical.
Yeah, it is. Did you see his take on the Kardashians? Oh my God, it's in his last comedy special, and he talks about.
Oh wait, no, I've seen that on stage.
God,
it's so
being
good.
dominated by women, which he is at the moment. It's so comical.